I just want to say that story you started with, I think is incredible because someone played around with AI and they figured out the workflow that makes sense for them, that works for them, right? It doesn't have to be, line completions inside the IDE. It could be writing up a chunk of code and then asking it for review, right? When I think about, your question around how do we think about flow, I think everyone will kind of need to play around with this and see what works for them and what that means, right? Because when you're coding in an IDE, I know sometimes I'll turn it off because I just want to code, right? But that also is, I think one helpful way to think about it is imagine a world, we're here, right? Where there's just a different way to do the work. And maybe that means, you call it something else in your head, right? Maybe instead of coding, maybe I'm driving and reviewing or I'm guiding, right? Because if we can think about it differently, then we're not comparing it to something that's not the same thing. And we can find what that new workflow is.
It is just very different. But I do think that a lot of us engineers just need to accept that it's different. And also, we're just in the beginning of this, right? Like this whole thing, it's just wild how
brand new,
how much it's gone in such a short time. I don't think there's been any technology in the history of software engineering that has spread across a whole industry so quickly and is changing how people work, changing their productivity, their what they're doing, and still work in progress.